Hello, my lunatic friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic reporting from the moon. And I am speculating which coins are going to join me here, which are coming to the moon. So, this channel is about simplifying the world of crypto and talking about narratives before they pop when no one else is talking about them. So what I found in crypto is that when the influencers that I was following were talking about coins, they were pumping or they'd already pumped. So being a tiny little channel, I can talk about these things and they won't pump. So I have found a little project here for you to look into. I'm going to show you how I found it. I'm going to show you what it is and what it does. And I'm also going to say that this is not financial advice. I'm not invested in this project and they're not paying me to make this video. So this, my friend, is a completely neutral review for you. And with that in mind, join me on a little journey. So we'll actually go to Nansen because this is where it started. This is a resource called Nansen, and I was just looking on it curiously. And what this tells you is what's new in the chains. We're trying to work out which chain is going to pop next. And as I was looking my way down and seeing Solana minus 28, Ethereum up, look, 8.4, then BNB chain was 47, Arbitrum up 48. But notably down here, look, the sleeping giant Avalanche. Suddenly there's a bit of life in the old chain. So I looked at 7 days. And here we see it's even more exciting. Look, people have suddenly discovered Avalanche. It looks like they've also discovered ZK Sync. But I'm far more excited by this percentage and this number. And this got me curious to find out what is happening on Avalanche. So I went to my old resource DeFi Llama that tells me who's making the money. Who is making the money on Avalanche? So we have a look here and we look down and we see who's creaming it up here. And look, there it is. In the last 24 hours, a little project called LFJ or Joe has raked in $115,000 in 24 hours, my lunatic friends. And look, that is massively outperforming the second most profitable exchange in the last 24 hours. So it got me curious. I thought I'll look down here and I will go to the cumulative revenue. Now, this is so important. There's a lot of people talk about cryptos because they're paid to do it. If you want fundamental analysis, see who's making the money, my friend. Look who is generating cash. And you click that cumulative revenue and look at this right at the very top. LFJ just sitting there with 124 million in value locked. And look, a little steady rises here, but outperforming everybody in the last 12 hours. So this got me curious that there's a little exchange here raking up the cash. And when we go onto it and coin market cap, we see, look, it's not degen, but it's a small enough market cap to be interesting. And we also see that the tokenomics, almost 80% of the supply, the total supply, is out in circulation. This is pretty good tokenomics. And now, with all that revenue and all that, this chart doesn't make any sense. Look at this. Released in August of 2021, and it started trading at $2.21. And this thing, look, has been as high as $4. $4. So we track it back, and then it went through the bear market. Look at all this. Here we go in the bear market. And look, this is, I believe, as low as it's been. So it's generating all this revenue. It's got reasonable tokenomics. It just doesn't make sense why this is so suppressed. Not only this, look at this. It's listed on Binance. So it's still a relatively small crypto listed on Binance as well. And listed in, look, over 8 pages of exchanges. You can buy this thing all over the place. They're generating money. Look at this, the unlock process. 99.73% of the tokens unlocked. Vesting schedule. Look, done. This is unbelievable. I had to double check. I had to look over this twice, make sure, to make sure it was true. So we also see whales holding 81% of the tokens. But when it's this price suppressed, my friend, we don't worry quite so much about it. So let's look on. Let's go to their browser. Now, just for the record, I've done that by going here, snowtrace.io. And here we see, we go to holders, we find a wallet. Now, this is almost definitely the staking wallet. Well, it is. It's not almost definitely. It's definitely the staking wallet. So although we see 40% in one wallet, that's a staking wallet. So we're not so much worried about that. Next one's a multi-sig wallet, which will be another, probably an exchange to sell it. So the tokenomics, especially with the price suppression like this, we're not really worried so much about that. So now we go here, LFG, and look at this. This is insane. Look, 385,000 followers. This is unbelievable. I was looking and thinking, where has this project come from? Now, I'd heard of Trader Joe, but not specifically LFJ, the one on Avalanche. And it seems to be coming alive. Look at this, 1 hour ago, Millionaire Monday, and already 39 reactions, seen by 1,700 or 1,000, yeah, 1,700 people. Look at this, active account, loads of people on it. This is looking really impressive. We go to the website and look, it's a big trading platform. Winners trade here. Well, there you go. If you want to be a winner, go and trade on LFJ. They're certainly creaming in the fees at the moment, my friends. And the beauty of this, when you get a trading platform, is that they make money when the market goes up and they make money when the market goes down. If you're buying or selling tokens, they get a cut. This is a revenue model that is designed for the house always wins. So it's solid. It is absolutely solid. So I went on Grok. I said, what's the sentiment like for LFJ or Joe Crypto? So the sentiment surrounding LFJ, native token, let's effing Joe, decentralized exchange on Avalanche blockchain, but leads cautiously optimistic based on available data. So it's got community sentiment and platform growth. It's garnered attention for its innovative features and strong community engagement. I'll let you read through that should you wish to. Bullish signals. Well, it's judging by the revenue, that's a bullish signal, my friends. So organic growth. We've got historical performance. We've seen it's already been up. And obviously neutral. It's speculative, risk of rebranding. The volume concerns, the market volatility. We also get the other side, the negative sentiment, limited negative feedback. There's little explicit negative feedback in the provided sources, but some users on Reddit expressed disappointment with the recent project decisions, leading them to sell their Joe holdings. So restricted access. LFJ does not accept users from the United States, China, or OFAC sanctioned countries, which limits the market reach and could dampen sentiment amongst excluded investors. But the other way of looking at this, my friends, if for any reason that the United States or China starts allowing this, the price could absolutely skyrocket. So, investment case for Joe. Here we have it. The pros. It's an established decentralized exchange on AVAX, offering token swaps, yield farming, staking, lending, borrowing, blah, blah, blah. And the platform supports over 1,135 cryptos across 8 blockchains with a flat fee structure of 0.3% for swaps, 0.2% for limit orders, making it competitive and accessible. It's got innovative features here. So I'll let you read through their innovative features should you want to, my friend. And you can do staking and get passive income. It's got strong team and backing, founded by the Pseudomonas developers, CryptoFish, a smart contract engineer with Google experience, and OX Murlock, former senior product lead at Grab. So LFJ is a capable team backed by notable DeFi figures like Arve's Stanley Kulachov. Now, Arve are holding a lot of money in value on the chain. So this looks very, very promising. Historical traction and growth potential, and you don't need to KYC. So this is a massive thing because, of course, then there's no data risk of being leaked. So this is looking very, very good. So we know about the cons: market volatility, rebranding risks, competition in DeFi, although it doesn't seem like that's causing much of a problem for them at the moment. But anything could change in DeFi. One new exchange could absolutely annihilate the competition. So it is always a risk. But not today, my friend, not today. So key considerations: market conditions, that's the same for any crypto. Tokenomics, that's the same for any crypto. But these look promising. So investment strategy. So Joe suits investors comfortable with high risk, high reward, and liquidity and trading volume. So the investment thesis: LFJ or Joe is an attractive investment for those bullish on Avalanche ecosystem and DeFi growth. Its multi-chain expansion, innovative AAMM, and high-yield staking opportunities position it for potential growth, especially if DeFi adoption accelerates. There are risks, which you're welcome to read through. So it's a speculative investment with strong fundamentals for a DEX. And there you have it. That seems like a reasonable enough conclusion. And just as a final thing, we go on to crypto rank. And we look here, we see it's got still a tiny market cap, not quite degen. See that over 80% of the tokens there. We also see, according to this, the all-time high was almost $5. Now, that I believe from here would be about a 50x. So if it goes to its anywhere close to its all-time high, we're looking at a 50x return there. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get that in this cycle, quite the opposite. I'm just looking at stats, I'm looking at figures, and I'm looking that it's only 56% up from its all-time low, and it's 96.1% down from its all-time high. Now, that tells me that the risk reward on this is looking very favorable indeed. So is Joe a good one to get in at? Well, I still can't decipher how the price is so low given the chart and the fundamentals behind this. And looks like Avalanche is about to have its day in the sun. Or is this just a momentary blip? Are people just going to Avalanche, having a momentary blip because it seems to have done nothing in this cycle so far? Avalanche has been massively price suppressed and things pop like popcorn. Is it Joe's time? Is it Avalanche's time? Well, from the stats, it looks like it might be, but that is a decision for you to make, my lunatic friend, because I'm the crypto lunatic and I reside on the moon. And if you would like any more of my little moon-shaped commentary, then do like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like another one of my little rambles on these little moonshots, then by all means, there's one just there for you.